Hello, and welcome to my channel. As 2026 approaches, a critical question is echoing across global markets. Is the world heading toward the largest debt crisis in modern history? Reports from the IMF, the World Bank, and the BIS reveal a striking reality. Global debt has climbed above 330% of world GDP, the highest level ever recorded. But beneath the surface lies a deeper problem. Interest costs are rising faster than economic growth, making large portions of global debt increasingly unpayable. So we must ask, if the world can no longer service its debt, what happens next? Has the crisis already begun, quietly and unnoticed? Let us examine the evidence, step by step. Economic collapse rarely happens overnight. Crises begin slowly, build silently, and break suddenly. BIS financial cycle data shows that when debt surpasses sustainable thresholds, economies lose liquidity, investment declines, and consumer spending falls sharply. By late 2024, U.S. consumer debt exceeded $5 trillion. China's total debt surpassed 300% of its GDP. Europe reached its highest public debt level since World War II. These signals raise an urgent question. How close are we to the next breaking point? And perhaps more importantly, what will trigger it? What makes 2026 uniquely dangerous is the global interest rate environment. After the post-2020 inflation surge, central banks around the world, led by the Federal Reserve and the ECB, raised rates to the highest levels in nearly 2 decades. The IMF warns that between 2025 and 2026, many advanced economies will face a severe debt service squeeze, meaning debt payments grow faster than national income. Economists call this the debt interest trap. And once the trap closes, governments cut spending, companies halt investment, and banks tighten credit. Eventually, the entire economy must confront one question. What happens when debt becomes too expensive to sustain? To understand the scale of the risk, we look to two giants, the United States and China. The U.S. now carries over $34 trillion in federal debt, confirmed by Congressional Budget Office projections. This trajectory becomes increasingly difficult to reverse. Meanwhile, China faces a structural crisis in its property market. Evergrande and Country Garden were not isolated cases. Local government debt has grown to a significant share of China's GDP. If the world's two largest economies experience simultaneous liquidity stress, can the global system absorb the shock? This is what makes 2026 a potential turning point. Financial crises follow recognizable cycles, not random events. In 1929, excessive leverage triggered the Great Depression. In 1971, the end of the Bretton Woods gold standard enabled unlimited debt expansion. In 2008, the mortgage meltdown nearly collapsed the global financial system. Today we observe the same recurring pattern. Excessive debt accumulation. Underpriced financial risk. A powerful external shock. So we must ask, what could be the trigger in 2026? A geopolitical conflict? A renewed interest rate spike? A global supply chain disruption? The catalyst remains uncertain. But the pattern is unmistakably familiar. Economists often describe a possible crisis unfolding in 3 stages. Stage 1, liquidity tightening. Banks restrict lending, companies face cash flow pressure, and markets lose stability. Early signs of this are already visible in global credit data. Stage 2, debt defaults. Corporations, and some governments, struggle to meet their obligations. Default risks are rising fastest in developing economies. Stage 3, a crisis of confidence. Investors withdraw trust, and trust is the foundation of every financial system. Once confidence breaks, recovery becomes slow and painful. So the key question becomes, can the global economy sustain its current level of debt? As 2026 approaches, the urgency of this question grows. No one can say with certainty whether 2026 will mark a collapse. Economies operate on probabilities, not guarantees. But the data is clear. The world is carrying an unsustainable mountain of debt. So perhaps the real question is not, will the system collapse? But rather, If it collapses, how far will the shockwaves reach? History shows that major crises reshape currencies, societies, and global power structures. So we must ask, will 2026 signal the beginning of a new economic era, or the world's greatest financial test? Only time will reveal the answer. But one thing is certain. The global economy has never been more fragile. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and do not forget to leave a comment.